Man, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight in Vancouver, all my real fans.
The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
People. It's the post-game show, right? Gotta do this for you and you and you and you. And even for me, okay? Let's talk everything about just that. The Pittsburgh Penguins beating the Vancouver Canucks at Rogers Arena in overtime. And I feel a lot of ways, okay? Losers of 5 or 6. I'm sorry, okay? You're gonna feel away. Are you gonna panic? Not panic, but yo, I'm just feeling away, okay? Let's talk about it on this episode of Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. What is up, okay? My name is Kyle Bowen, and this right here is another episode of Locked On Canucks, powered by the Don't Doze Art Lab and the people at the Locked On Podcast Network. Man, oh man, we do care about that West Coast bias, and we do give you your Canucks every day. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, right? If you're new to the program. Speaking of which, if you are new here, you're about to find out that you could actually win 2 tickets to a Canucks game, okay? By doing the following: subscribing to the channel and also following the Discord, okay? The link is in the bio below. Only Canucks. That's the Discord, okay? Do both those things, and you can qualify to win some tickets. The Kings versus the what? The Canucks, your Canucks, at Rogers Arena on the 25th of March. Anywho, that's in the future, okay? Let's talk about the present. How are the people feeling? Can we talk about that? How about this one, man? Daniel Patterson, okay? The Penguins, they didn't beat the Canucks. The Canucks beat themselves. Bluger, a horrible giveaway. Myers, that stupid, that dumb high-sticking penalty. And going on cruise control in the third period. Man, oh man, the discipline. It's something, man. It's something. The Canucks taking a lot of penalties. Overall, the penalty kill is quote-unquote better, but you're really pushing it when you continue to take penalty after penalty after penalty. And let's be real. Some obvious calls being called against the Canucks. But even the 50-50 ones, right, in a close game, they're always going to be going against your Canucks, okay? The referees, they hate you and you and you and you and you and you and your Vancouver Canucks. Look at this. Jaden. My guy Jaden, okay? Mistakes are the only reasons why we've been losing lately. And you got to believe that after losing 5 of 6, because 5 of 6 isn't 4 of 6. It isn't 3 of 6. It's 5 of 6, okay? And a lot of them are courtesy of self-infliction, right? You gotta believe that Tocchet and company and all those competitors are pissed off. Real pissed off. This one hurts. Remember what I told you, right? At the top. This one feels different. It's 5 of 6. I feel away. I feel kind of mad. That's another multi-goal lead blown by the Vancouver Canucks. I think they did that last week against the Wild. Now, I'm not panicking, but that's not good enough. Now, what's the number? 21 more games left? Well, what's the math? The last quarter of the season. A lot of time to improve for this team. And they got it. Losers of 5 of 6, okay? What else do we got here? How about this, okay? So how you doing? It's been weird to see the Flames playing better and winning since the trade. Yeah, I don't know how to really compare that to our situation, you know? Even though there's that big trade, right? Kuzmenko and company for Lindholm. But anytime I do talk about the trade, I got to do this, and that's really, really start thinking about this whole Lindholm thing. And, yeah, smart player. Real smart player. Does his thing. I think he's going to be really, really important in big-time moments during the playoffs, right? Face-offs and whatnot, positioning, being that 200-foot guy. He's played mistake-free. But based on cost, yeah, they need a lot more. And it's been a weird start for him, right? Bouncing around multiple lines, and now he's with Garland and a rookie in RT Baines. But I think it is fair to ask for a lot more offensively from Lindholm consistently, okay? And it's going to happen. But things like that are the reasons why, again, the Canucks are losers of 5 of 6. It can't just be JT Miller. Did you hear that? Of course you did. You were watching, okay? We're talking to the best fans in the world. JT Miller played another perfect game. He could have scored the game winner. I don't even know how they missed that, / how I didn't see a replay of Suter feeding Miller in front of the net with about 6 minutes left, right? And him getting robbed. Miller could have done that. Capped it off. After playing pretty good on the penalty kill, right? Shorthanded goal aside. Just doing the most at any point. Laying the body consistently. And just being a beacon of hope. I don't know. He just makes me not just miss the playoffs, but become very hopeful that great things are going to happen. Because right now he's playing. And I think he's going to, continue to do this. But right now he's playing like he's one of the best players in hockey. And I feel as if he has the makeup to continue doing that, okay? His will to win. And more specifically, get this team out of this slump has been on full display, okay? If there's one guy that does not like losing, it's JT Miller. Mr. Whale, I'm going to get to your comment about the overtime, okay? I see Kayani, is that how you say it? Talking about it too. But can we talk about this, okay? We need good left wingers, okay? Players like Suter and Mikheyev don't click in the top 6. I will make a strong argument that Suter can do it. He can do it. That dude is cerebral. He's really smart. I think today was one of his best games of the season based on effort, okay? And you look at how the Canucks are going to find success offensively, right? They're going to wear you out. They're going to win board battles. They're going to be positioned well. They're going to play strong hockey. Pius Suter does all those things. And that line with Boeser and Miller was really effective, okay? Really, really effective. So much so that I see it. And I'm on and off it. Don't get me wrong. I've even mentioned, right, the whole Phil Kessel thing. I would love for Phil Kessel to play with Miller and Boeser. But when Suter does things like that, I'm kind of way more than content with seeing him there for a little bit longer. Now, that being said, Mikheyev, man. Mikheyev. Not confident. Blowing plays. Not converting. Not executing. And it's not for a lack of effort. The guy tries hard, but it's pretty apparent that he's trying too hard. He's gripping the stick. What's the solution? What's the solution? I always say, man, it's Amsterdam Cafe. Or it's Nemesis, okay? Have you guys been to Nemesis Cafe? They got multiple locations in Vancouver. They got some good potatoes. Tocchet and him and the pals. Maybe Quinn Hughes needs to take Ilya Mikheyev to Nemesis for a Americano and some potatoes. Anyways, you just gotta loosen up. I don't think a benching / healthy scratch will do him any good. But again, in short order, this guy has to have fun playing hockey again. Can we talk about another winger? I got to do it, okay? And maybe Lindholm has a lot to do with this. Maybe Garland does too. But man, RT Baines still being used late in games. But in my opinion, we need some points. He's been bounced around the lineup, but he's been playing with some pretty good players, some pretty good centers consistently. More 5-on-5 chances. It needs to happen. I also think we saw a pretty good game from PDG today, okay? It's going to be It's going to be a fight. I think Archie Baines actually still has the lead when it comes to being used more than PDG down the road, right? When it gets crowded, when Joshua gets back. I think Tocchet really, really does trust this guy defensively. There was a minute left in the game. Again, a minute left in the game, and they're playing Archie Baines in a 3-3 tie, okay? Tocchet, maybe he has ties in Surrey. But I think if it's going to continue for Archie Baines up at the big club and he's going to be playing with guys like Lindholm, Garland, or Miller, and on the PP, he's got to pick up points. He's got to make that transition. I think if he's, let's just say this, okay? In theory, right? I think there's a lot of truth here, but let's say Archie Baines played 5 games here and he had about 3 points, 4 points. Okay, looked really good, generating a lot at 5-on-5. I think the Canucks would spend no time. Yes, no time. No time more with the possibility of Phil Kessel becoming a Canuck. But the more and more we see zeros across the board from the guys like Mikheyev, and yeah, maybe I'll throw Archdeep in the mix too because he's playing a lot. The more and more, I'm not only certain that Kessel, will become a Canuck, I'm looking really forward to it. Straight up. Look at Kiani. Is that how you say your name, Kiani? Talking about Mikheyev, okay? He needs to regain his confidence and find something deep inside him that lights him up, okay? I can't remember how many different lines he's been on, but he needs to find his spot. Bro, he needs to, like you said, find that light. How do you find that light? Straight up. How do you find that light when you're playing the best of the best and games matter? You got to get lucky. If you're only trying to find that light in game within hockey, and if that's not the case, I'm telling you, one of the homies on the club, I think Quinn Hughes got to do it, or JT Miller, invite the homie over for dinner. Crack a bottle. Get to talking. And just remind the guy, okay? It's just hockey. Stop gripping the stick so tight. Mr. Whale, okay? Archdeep had some looks again. And then he replies with, is Archdeep more of a goal scorer or playmaker? I never watch Abby play, bro. Honest person, honest podcast, bro. I never watch Abby play too, man. I just see the highlights on Twitter or X, okay? Shout out to Chris Faber. Shout out to, is his name Dave Hall? From what I've seen from Archdeep, he can kind of do it all offensively when he's going, okay? He's got the skill. Hence why I'm bringing up the fact, again, this guy's my Surrey brother, okay? He's doing the most for the city, putting on for the city, inspiring the city. I know. But I got to say it. You got to put up points to stay in the lineup. That is just the truth. Again, power play time. A lot of minutes. Good centers. The Japan with the attitude, okay? I really hope Archdeep scores soon. Bro, it's going to be a beautiful moment. It really is. How about this comment, okay? Van Michael. The Canucks are playing Demko too much. Give DeSmith a few games in a row. I've seen this, man. I've seen people talking about this. I think if they want that to happen, they got to start winning games consistently again, okay? The losers of 5 of 6. How about overall? Is it like 6 of 10, 7 of 10? I'm not panicking. I'm just saying, they got to turn the page. They got to get it back to consistently being in the winning way, so they can kind of maneuver the way they want to maneuver. And I feel as if we've seen them experiment with the power play based on the cushion that they've accumulated, right? Prior to the All-Star break, but that cushion's looking different now. Again, nothing to sweat at. I'm just saying. I don't know if Tocchet's gonna be playing games, okay? Straight up. This guy's been pressing a lot of buttons. Hannah, okay? Silver lining is Demko got an assist. Yo, Demko was really good today. He was. That was just a good game now. All in all, that was a great hockey game. Two good teams going at it. The Canucks, I felt as if, obviously, they should have got the win. They're up 2-0. They're up 3-2 going into the third. Right? You want to be on the winning side when those things happen. I didn't get the job done. But it shouldn't blind me from the fact that, once again, I got to watch a great hockey game. Hockey is back, man. Like, you know what I like, though, about reading the comments right now? I sense that nobody's worried. That's it, man. That's the spirit we need. Any other comments we want to get to? We definitely need the mod on this program. Barely touched on it. Did we touch on it? JT Miller doing the most? Of course we did, man. Of course we did. Getting closer and closer to having children in this thing called my life, right? That's what happens when you keep on breathing and keep waking up in the morning, right? You get closer and closer to the next level. Bruh, if JT Miller keeps doing this, I swear to you, man, you're seeing a JT Bowen in 8 years, in 9 years, okay? And then I hope JT's kids are named Junior, so we can keep the legacy going. How about Japan, man? Kyle, do we give up on Pedersen? I mean, come on, man. Now you're stressing me out. I know you're joking. Now, I thought Pedersen looked pretty good today. I thought him and Höglander and Mikheyev had a couple good shifts. Pedersen could have got a couple more points in this game, including a goal right in front of the net. Made a sick play, right? Picking up that puck from Höglander behind the net out of nowhere, being cerebral with it. I think that was some telepathy there. But ultimately, couldn't get the job done. And yeah, obviously Miller can't do it all. And right now, this guy's doing it all. Well, what did he have? What does he have? 11 points in 5 games, 11 points in 6 games? Again, willing this team. So much so that I'm guaranteeing the Canucks are going to beat up on Los Angeles. Straight up. Miller's not going to let this team lose. Another big game coming from JT. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Now look at this Japan, okay? Miller's contract is looking like a steal right now. I'm trying to make more sense of this, okay? If JT Miller, been saying this so many times, man. If he finishes with 10 more points than Pedersen, how can Alvin and Rutherford not take that to Pedersen when it comes to negotiations? How can they not say, look, Petey, this guy's making 8. Just saying. I'm not saying you got to make 8. We're not going to pay you less than 8. We're not even going to pay you 8, okay? We're not going to pay you 9. But yeah, I'm just saying, JT Miller is making $8 million. Putting up 100-point seasons. Being what? The third Canuck to have multiple consecutive 80-point campaigns. I think he's done it 3 times, right? Like he's doing it. Really doing it. Been doing it since he's been here. Again, on another level this season. Petey, maybe you want to take less so we can kind of build the biggest juggernaut against, well, I guess with 2 of the best offensive centers in hockey. How about this? Miller's power play is better than Pedersen's power play tonight, okay? All in all, Miller's a better power play player than Elias Pettersson. And that's not a slight on Pedersen. That's just obvious, okay? JT Miller is one of the best power play players in the league. And it was cool to see him kind of play with Hronek the way he did because it kind of looked really cool. Him being on the other half wall and just being a distributor / somebody with a 1T option, right? He looked confident doing that. Miller just a confident player on the half wall during power plays. But ideally, I think you just want him right next to Quinn Hughes. And you just want to stack up that power play. That's what I want to see. I want to see it work. Maybe that's it, though, okay? 20 minutes of talking post-game. I guess my conclusion is, based on the way I'm feeling is, again, I'm not worried. But 5 of 6, man, it's not good. 5 of 6, 7 to 10, whatever the number is, right? We lost to Boston in Boston. Like, do the math, okay? It's been a weird time. Not a lot of winning, right? Not a lot of winning recently. Man, oh man. Okay, my name's Kyle Bound. That's KYLEBHAWAN. Remember, we're giving away 2 tickets to a game against the Los Angeles Kings on March the 25th. To enter that contest, subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to the Discord. I'll put the link to that in the bio below. If you do subscribe to the Discord, message me, okay? So it's just easier for me to get organized. Again, you can win free tickets, okay? Come on. It's a good time for you and you. And you and you and you and you in our Discord. I think so. We're working on it. Shout out to Trevor Beggs being the second best dad in the world. Hey, shout out to the Locked On Podcast Network. Hit the like and subscribe button. Again, one love to the Don't Do's Art Lab for doing the most with the West Coast buys. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. Go Canucks, go. And I don't know when you're watching this or listening to this after the stream, but hey, we appreciate it. Peace.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the